No, I am not a human. Hidden secrets are mostly unknown. In this video, I am diving deeper. I am telling you the things you guys might miss. Watch till the end to uncover how FEMA is lying to you,
What's your emergency?
how Russian models are linked to the game, and ultimately, who is behind all of these dark treatments. The most important hidden idea is that the main character is already hurt by past events before the game starts. The end of the world outside is only a simple excuse for why he stays locked up forever. If you look inside his house, the proof is everywhere, suggesting deep past pain and sadness, not just simple fear of monsters. There is a photo of a woman showing he had a major romantic loss. Most important, he avoids certain spots like the bedside table because of too many bad memories. His house is not a safe base for survival. It's a safe place for his mind. He does not fear the visitors as much as he fears human contact and emotional pain. The wide, deadly world outside gave him the perfect, undeniable reason to pull back and stay locked inside forever, safe from the risk of being hurt. This changes the whole player experience. You are not playing a hero fighting a monster. You are playing a patient fighting their own mind. What happened to the neighbor proves the player's locked up thinking is sadly correct. This event shows one of the game's harsh truths. Humans actually cause more dangers and death than the visitors. A helpful neighbor arrives on the first night, only to be killed by day 2, removed by either angry local people or FEMA agents. Him in his house is buried down by the locals. The neighbor, who was likely human, was murdered due to fear and government actions, not the sickness. This sad irony immediately weakens the idea of a simple us versus them survival story. Moreover, the player is already ready to be alone, while his way of seeing the world is proven right. Outside contact leads to violence and death, whether by visitors or man. The common misconception is that visitors are opposing characters trying to destroy humanity. The main truth is that they are simply humans who are sick victims changed by the fungus. The story shows this is not as a sickness that acts the same way on everyone, because some sick people keep their minds. However, the game's main plot is about the fear of those who are different. The code guy is the strongest example. His secret is the empty space or black hole in his stomach that instantly kills others. Importantly, the code guy suffers. He is clearly pained by his problem and does not want to hurt anyone. He is a rare sick person who keeps his human thoughts while suffering from the pure terror of his physical state. In the same way, the cat lady is sick but still guides the player toward the way out. The different ways they act, some kill, some watch, shows that the threat is not the same for all. The game states that the doubt and the fear that makes player kill is the real horror. The discovery of the mushroom ritual, eating mushroom and an apple, was an effort by players to calm the fungal network's busy growth and help humans and fungus live together. This was based on the idea that there might have been a past link between humans and mushrooms. However, the final part shows the ritual fails. The fungal network is revealed to have gone crazy and is too angry to be controlled. The main result is final and clear. The link is broken. Human and fungi are now enemies, not partners. The trip into the basement is not just a simple game action, it is a symbolic trip into the main character's mind. The basement is the subconscious. It stands for everything the player keeps hidden inside, his deep buried problem from his past. So digging is the act of showing these problems. Therefore, the two figures he meets shows an inside battle. The miner stands for his natural human need to survive, while the prophet pushes him to do the opposite. Yet the final hole where the Khan being known as death waits is not a threat outside, but a deep symbol of death and a peaceful freedom or escape from his hurt. This proves the main character's mental state guides the game's results. If the visitors are biological threats and the fungal group is an angry living thing, then the pale man is something totally different, a true terrifying rule breaker. The Pale Man is a direct confirmed link to the indie horror game, The Static Dread: The Lighthouse. This is a proven fact confirming a huge shared horror world, but his presence breaks the story rules. The Pale Man seems to follow different physical rules than the usual visitors. His presence proves that not every threat in this world acts the same way. Some are purely biological and some are something else entirely. This led to the accepted fan theory. The Pale Man is likely inspired by Judge Holden from the book Blood Meridian. Though Holden is described as a huge pale figure focused only on violence, so our Pale Man has these same scary traits. Unusual tall, shirtless, with a constant wide smile and perfect white teeth. He appears late at night asking the chilling question, "You alone?" He proves his power by killing armed soldiers and kicking down strong doors. If this link is true, he stands for humanity's ability for brutality. A pure self-made evil that exists without any outside monster or sickness. He is a reminder that the greatest horror still comes from inside people. The 13 phone numbers are not just things to collect. They are a key story tools that proves the government is actively watching the survivors. The game gives a reward for breaking the order of events. If you call FEMA early before the number is officially shown on TV, the worker is surprised. This suggests the government is always listening and tracking players who do not follow the official plan. FEMA is not saving anyone. They are another danger. The wrong idea is that agents test for visitors to help, but the truth is they take citizens away for observation and therapy, removing people. Radio support suggests FEMA itself is causing deaths by killing entire quarantine areas. Now the fact that the agents have military power and are not saviors. The 10 recorded endings are the final proof of the game's main ideas. Starting with the simple survivor to day 14 yields the good ending, the end, while confirming the outside threat comes instantly as when being honest with the Pale Man results in death. On the other hand, the moral breakdown in the "yes, I am a murderer" ending punishes the player's failed morality with the arrival of a judging figure, contrasting with the give up ending where following the prophet leads to a peaceful surrender and release from pain by embracing the inevitable. The most chilling question, being in control, welcome to FEMA, suggests a different kind of terror. Government agents arrive to erase the player's identity, determining the end of losing oneself to a faceless authority. The game's setting and characters are deeply rooted in post-Soviet Russian culture, giving great weight to its themes of being alone and sadness. Sibirsk, Russia, the confirmed location reflects the truth of post-Soviet rural hurt. It stands for the isolated areas where people feel great doubt towards outsiders, perfectly framing the player's isolation. Yasenin the Bargaya. His name links directly to the troubled Russian romantic poet Sergei Yasenin, known for drinking and his sad suicide. The Bargaya mirrors this, showing a lack of life purpose. Links to Raskolnikov from Crime and Punishment and the idea of the Volkodev Wolfman show the game is strongly tied to classic Russian stories, using its characters to look into biggest questions like right and wrong, change, and the crisis of meaning. No, I Am Not a Human is not about FEMA or visitors. It's a serious and flexible look at being alone, more suspicion, and losing all faith when the world breaks down. So the true horror isn't the visitors, but what people are able to do. Killing over simple signs, the player's house is both a safe place and a jail. The entire game ends with one final harsh question. If you can't believe anyone else, can you even believe yourself? This question is shown by the player's never-ending, fearful need to check his own teeth and being continuously afraid that he is already sick. The horror is knowing the sickness started inside long before the end of the world ever arrived.